tiga kona tawe wiki ona gutire ogwashiragia menya wewe fata kwenyo ndi ndane yasho enambaretwa no wage mahyo kiugo inde na medha fifo yage masharo arahoka omwabararie todo wedore ratwekana etagwa Jehova Shama maidhomba ke mashagaga agasharia radhigu ego shidia kembaro era etagwa Jehova Shama maidhomba ke mashagaga agasharia radhigu ego shidia kembaro era. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. I am well myself. I have had to move the video for today to 3 p.m. because I have some updates, and so this is an interlude to address those things, yeah. And I know you guys don't even have an idea how much of a battle is going on. There's being a change of guard, yeah, from those who are ruling the earth to those who are now taking over, okay. Now these are the lowly, okay. The wives have been shamed, you know. You are being called names. Your body was being made fun of, you know. Whatever you did was being was under scrutiny, yeah. And the saddest thing, you know, like I woke up this morning with something that God was revealing to me. And I went out for a walk. I actually just came back for a walk and from picking my son, yeah. And so in that walk, my leg stopped at some point. I had to ask, you know, hubby to come and pick me, yeah. So much affliction even to the body, but it's okay. Now I wanted to highlight some things, yeah, because this is important. After the last interlude, okay, I think it was the day before yesterday, yeah, where I sang Ruth Wamoyo's song, and somebody said in the comment, Kikuyu tu, Ugikuyu tu, you guys have no idea, okay. Speaking from the tribe of Gikoyo, that is where I am from, but God has allowed me to go into so many places to see all these things, yeah. You know how a child will go to institutions of higher learning, you know, and they bring back home a degree or a master's or a doctorate or multiple of those things, and they get so much, honor from where they come from because you have done us proud, okay. Now in the spiritual, because of the things that go on, nobody will say, even the best of us, yeah, like Kevin Ewing, people still were trying to attack him as he was, you know, coming into agreement to save people from what is being done. God has raised so many people, yeah. People from the Caribbean, people from, you know, Africa, different parts of Africa, you see them rising up. And as people come and listen to that, yeah, some will be questioning because you've been conditioned to think a certain way, yeah. So be like, there's something I don't agree with, there's this and that, yeah. But the truth is inside you, and those who are needed to awake will awake and do the right thing, okay. So there are people who are even about to just give up on their marriages, and you're like, nope, I can't do this, yeah. I want to tell you, the journey I've had to do, it's just stories right now, yeah. But in between was so much suffering, so much. Can you imagine everywhere you go, people are rising against you? Now you would say, perhaps even my own people would say it's your own attitude, or you're like this or like that, yeah. But think about Joseph, and everywhere he went, like his brothers rejected him, yeah. They sell him to merchants. He goes to Egypt, he's serving very well in this house of Potiphar. The woman, attacks him, you know. Joseph resists that. He's thrown into prison because he's been falsely accused, okay. And now in prison, he's hoping that these guys will at least remember him when they leave. But no, he sits there 2 more years, okay. And even all this time, he didn't know there was anything special about him. He didn't know that he was going to be the savior of these very same people that threw him, you know, in the hole and later sold him. And the plan was actually to kill him, but he survived, yeah. So why am I saying all this? Anyway, after the last, update or interlude, yeah, that day, I wake up early, but I never have any plans to go back to sleep, okay? So that day I just really wanted to take a nap, and eventually I did. And it wasn't even coming easily. It's like I was supposed to understand I'm struggling, yeah? All I want right now is to take a 15-minute snooze or something, yeah? So I actually just went to bed with a blanket, yeah? And I dreamed, yeah, I had a dream. And in this dream, I was just from talking about food, yeah, and the deception of it, yeah. And we read from Proverbs 23 the other day that when you come before a ruler, put a knife to your throat, yeah, because they will be telling you, eat, and the whole time they are observing you to see how you act, yeah. And this food is deceptive. They're telling you eat, and that is what they do in dreams, yeah? Like they will bring something that you like and you eat, and you don't know it, but you've come into covenant. They're owning you through food. How cheap, right? But because it is one of the desires of every time we can eat anytime, we want to eat anytime. And that is why even you, to raise your spirit, man, you have to stop eating. You have to go into fasting. You have to change your diet, okay? Just to be sharper, okay? And understand what the Lord is doing in this season, okay? So you'll see a lot of attacks against people like us, but even the other prophets who've come, ahead of me, they are being validated by God and being comforted and being told that I'm raising other people who are coming to validate exactly what you've been working on for years, some more than 5 years, okay? So anyway, so I had a dream, yeah? And in this dream, the witch, who has been so elusive, like I've never seen her face in all my searching, in all my dreaming, I've never seen her face. I've never seen her come to do a thing directly to me. And even in this dream, it didn't look threatening, yeah? It's just that after I woke up, I realized, oh my God, okay? Now this witch has come to me physically, face to face, to give me a thing as a point of contact, because that is what they had to do, because whatever they were doing in secret wasn't working, okay? So they had to give me something, out of contact, just to ensure that they've delivered it and I'm going to suffer from it, okay? When a witch is doing that, or whoever goes to a witch's coven and does that, they do not know what you will have to go through, yeah? When I'm talking about all these things that I went through, and perhaps you're thinking, everywhere, how, they do not even know that is how much it will take, yeah? So much so that when you come around them and you seem to have succeeded, they knew it was hard, they knew they afflicted you, they were even assured, yeah, the things we've done right now, this one, she can't escape. And then you come around them and you're alive, yeah, and they're like, wow, okay, these ones are different, yeah. So let me tell you, that witch will not go and give up. They're not going to give up. They're going to just increase, because should they give up, they die. These things are what is keeping them alive. Similar to you, chosen one, whatever your mission is what is keeping you alive, because you have to come back as a testimony, okay? So the Josephs, the Davids do not die just like that. The Moses, they don't die just like that. They have to come back and carry their mission, difficult as it is. I don't see where it was ever easy. You guys, let me tell you, just coming to that place of rest, or coming into that rulership, did not make Joseph forget all the things that were done to him, or against him, yeah, by the brothers. When he saw them, he said, you people, he cried, he went on his knees and he told them, whatever you guys meant for evil, God turned it around for good, yeah? People don't know it in this world, but when we see our people again, that is what we think about. You guys meant so much for evil, and you didn't know that I was actually doing this to save you, I remember one time I was talking about going abroad, and I said, when I go, we will make it so, because we are such softies, so it seems, yeah, my husband and I, we will ensure that, this one takes care of his family and I take care of my family, yeah? So sort of to, bring our family to different standards, yeah? And I could just feel, sneers, sneers inside, even if it's not to my face, yeah? And I was like, wow, these people don't believe me. They don't believe I will save them, okay? And let me tell you, when you come around, again to your people, it does not look like you're saving them, because let me tell you, it's not even what you gift. It is what you've done in the spiritual, okay? I don't believe that I look look, guys, and I don't think there's anybody in our family who would have sacrificed what I had to just to just to come into agreement with God. So when I say that you are chosen for a particular thing, there's no glamour there, okay? Being chosen is doing a difficult work, okay? And even the people that God, sends around you as your teachers, you cannot even bear the pain they bore, right? Okay? So it's really difficult. And anyway, what I was saying is that this witch now came to my dream, right? And it shows like we are home, yeah? I'm at my mom's house. I'm leaving my mom's house, just stepping out of the door, and I see outside my sister is carrying a heavy luggage, yeah? But because my sister is kind of fancy, she's carrying this heavy luggage in a cute bag, okay? And as I look closer, as I'm passing her, I see she has a luggage that she's carrying a bag that is one of our bags, our traveling bags, yeah? So I'm like, what is that about, But I can tell she's carrying a heavy load. And so I walk towards the main corridor, and I see, this person, yeah? And she's using the kind of utensils I use for cake. And she puts there, and I think a cake was used in this instance so that I may know, I may understand, right? So she puts there a cake called Angel Food Cake. Now this cake is a very light, spongy cake, and this cake, it's not frosted, okay? You can't cut and frost, okay? So you either serve it with ice cream or some whipped cream, yeah? That is the serving of this cake. It's a very delicate cake, and people serve it like mostly in homes after eating. That is what you will serve as a dessert. So it's never frosted with heavy frosting like buttercream or fondant or any such thing, yeah? It can be wet, just to make it, more, but it has enough moisture, this cake, yeah? So it would be ridiculous to frost this cake, okay? So I see it's like she's finishing to set it up on a glass table. Then she puts on a dowel on a cake dome, okay? It is a cake stand, a glass cake stand where you cover with a dome, yeah? A glass dome. And so she puts that cake there. It looks amazing. Funny thing, I had seen such an image of a cake earlier that day on YouTube, okay? And so, yeah, I noticed it, and I'm like, wow, she's not even offering it to me. So much deception, but she knows it is cake. It will attract me. I'm all about cake, right? And so I try to move the table just to see all around, and the table keeps moving like it's like I'm doing a dice, So the table keeps turning around. But she now pushes it to the wall against the gate, against the wall next to the gate, yeah? So we kind of sit there, and she says, this cake is 10,000 shillings. And I say, yeah, I would understand. Cakes should be very expensive. There's a lot of work that goes into it. I relate to that, yeah? And just to show me that she was playing and we can eat this cake, she opens and goes ahead and cuts, a chunk off, yeah? And, that is to show me, okay, now you can cut. Yeah, I was playing. We can eat this cake. We don't have to pay. And so I go in to cut my piece of cake, and I realize this cake has so much frosting. It's like cream cheese frosting, yeah? And so I went ahead and bit into that cake, and it was so delicious. Oh my God. And so I wake up and I'm thinking, God, I just ate witch food, yeah? Because that is how sometimes we understand dreams. We only understand in part, yeah? But you have to ask, okay, so now what? Because I know I'm at a point where I will not eat unless I know what I'm coming into agreement with. So even in dreams, I'm sharp, and God has revealed that there's some things when they're, I'm being asked to come into agreement with, I will refuse, okay? So I will refuse certain things, but why did I agree to eat this? So that I know, this cake, there's no way, especially this person knows this much about cake. And even though, she could, and she made this cake or got it from wherever, when she bit into it, I didn't see any frosting. When I cut into it, I saw frosting. So deception, okay? So am I saying all this? That was the point of this witch to be revealed. And now, why was she being revealed? I will take you back to the point where I started this YouTube. And it was a time before, when we came to Worcester, I was a bit conflicted. I don't know whether to go back to Canada or to stay. Okay, but we stayed somewhere in some apartments. Yeah, that is where we started life. Okay, and so it's like we were getting to know each other all over again, trying to understand, you know, what do we want? Yeah, because at this point we have choices. Yeah, I can always go back to Canada or just, you know, find a job here and do. And I can decide to either move out or stay. You know, we are still at that point where we don't even know each other. Sometimes we consider each other, sometimes not. Okay, so it's like a new beginning, and we want to understand all of this. Yeah, even I didn't know what God was doing, and again I let go a long time. Yeah, and I remember one time Kim was praying about marriages, and he asked me, what should I pray about, mom? And I said that if I ever get into another relationship, I will never chase. Okay, I will never be the one to give off myself. I've given too much and I feel like I'm in shreds. Yeah, so a person has to prove themselves, yeah, to me, and they have to have made the decision that this is the one and I'll be committed forever. Okay, kind of like a long, you know, lost dream, like, you know, it's too much to expect. Yeah, so it was like either that or nothing. Okay, I've tried, you know, all these relationships. I'm like, nope, until this person is made just for me, I am not taking. Okay, but anyway, because we were staying and I was doing a lot of cooking, I'm always cooking. Yeah, so I started a YouTube channel, okay, for cooking, and that attracted some attention, and it went up to 900 and something subscribers. Yeah, so I was eager. I'm like, oh, I will get to 1,000 before the year is out, but that didn't happen. In fact, it's like YouTube was acting like I got all this. It's like I bought these subscribers. Yeah, so it reduced all up to about 600. Then they continued, you know, being reduced, and I was like, I cannot do this again. I cannot work that hard again. I cannot try to get, you know, to liaise with other people, other YouTubers, joining YouTuber groups just to do this. No, it seems YouTube is not for me. I will not do it. Okay, and I let it sit like that. But people were cooking, people were copying my recipes, yeah, which was funny because I was like, with all the followers I have on Facebook, these people can't just come and subscribe anyway. I let it go, and I understood, yeah, you don't always get support where you expect it. Okay, so this is not my thing, and I moved on. Yeah, so later, like I said, in 2022, as I'm waiting to go home, you know, I would feel like a pull to do this again. And so I came and started talking about my journey, and I was like, this doesn't cost me anything. I don't have to cook, I don't have to plan, I don't have to ask for money for food, you know. So I came back and started this journey. Yeah, and so it was like an eruption, like people were coming wanting to understand, and you know, of course I put it down to how I talk. People will not, you know, be interested too much. Yeah, what I didn't realize, and what is being revealed, is that there was a cap. Okay, the African Girl Empowered calls it an ordinance, so that there's an ordinance written against you when they go to do their witchcraft. Yeah, so they say, okay, so if I'm in Kenya, I realized I could never make more than 100K. Okay, as I'm approaching 100K, if I was saving, I have to withdraw all of it and just pay workers and all that and start all over again. So just paying bills. Yeah, when I came here, I realized, and that is the next video, I realized there was a cap to my money. There was only so much I could make. Okay, and because I was very diligent in saving, I could see that when it comes here, it is such a struggle. And if I go beyond that, all of that is to pay for a card or something like that. Yeah, so I won't tell you how much, because some people will consider it's still a lot, but it is America. The living standards are quite high. Yeah, so I would see that there's a cap to that. Okay, now with my YouTube you know, channel, I was never ever supposed to come to where they would even pay me a coin. Okay, so even if I got to 1,000 subscribers today, they wouldn't do anything, because you're supposed to attain that within you know, within a year. Okay, 1,000 subscribers in a year, then you can get into being paid, and you can get monetized, and then after that you build from there. Okay, but now there's this cap. Okay, and so as I started this, people were subscribing. Oh my God, thank you so much. The other day, I think I slept on the channel had 902 subscribers from 860, right? And when the next morning it was at 9:35 or something like that, yeah. And then it's like like all the altars were alert. Okay, this is happening, and why is it happening? So they all come, they are watching. Okay, remember the monitors. Okay, they are monitoring eyes, spiritual monitoring eyes, and also physical. Okay, so it was showing, yeah, it's this thing is being challenged. The cup is being challenged. Okay, so yeah, they had to rise up and do all these things. Yeah, and so I had to have like a pause. Yeah. Like I felt the Spirit of God just, ushering me into a pause, yeah, and my dreams were not even clear. It's like I was just being lulled, but whatever now was happening, like God was talking to me in dreams, and some dreams would be just, it's like they're fading away, yeah, so I'm not quite able to grasp the whole thing, but I will see just an important portion. So I know like God is assuring me I am with you and all of that, but some would just completely disappear. Like I can't put to words what I just dreamt. Okay, so much warfare that is going on, but it's okay. I just wanted to update you that the witch finally showed herself. She has always hidden in my dreams, yeah, but she finally showed herself. The other thing, I could do it in a separate video, but I think I think I'll do this in a separate video so that it makes sense, yeah. So it will be 2 interludes, and I also don't want it to be so long that you will lose the point of this. Okay, so I know some of you are still drinking milk. You don't even understand your marriage is being saved right now, because what is against you is just doing press ups. Okay, so maybe you're at a point where you think, no, this man could never leave me. I know him. He could, but he won't, because now you have knowledge. Okay, so let me see you on the next one. I'll do it right now. Bye.